Welcome to Budget Ventures. Today, we're diving into a surprising topic: countries that have issued travel advisories for their citizens traveling to the United States. Now, you might be thinking, isn't America the land of the free, home of the brave? And you wouldn't be wrong, but it turns out, even the US isn't immune to a little international side-eye when it comes to visitor safety. We often hear about Americans receiving travel advisories for other countries, urging caution about everything from political unrest to questionable street food choices. But the tables have turned, and today we're looking at which nations are urging their citizens to maybe think twice before booking that trip to Disneyland. Buckle up, viewers, because we're about to break down which countries are waving a cautionary flag about the United States, and more importantly, why. Let's kick things off with our friendly neighbors to the north, shall we? Canada, known for its maple syrup, politeness, and brutal winters, has issued travel advisories for its citizens heading south of the border. One of the primary concerns highlighted by the Canadian government is, unsurprisingly, gun violence. Now, while we're not here to debate the Second Amendment, it's no secret that America has a statistically significant, disproportionately high rate of gun violence compared to other developed nations. Canada has decided that maybe it's best to give their citizens a heads up about this whole potential for encountering gun violence thing. But wait, there's more. Canada also advises its LGBTQ+ citizens to be mindful of local laws and attitudes, particularly in certain states. And if that weren't enough, Canada also gently reminds its citizens about the joys of navigating the American healthcare system. You know, that little thing where you can bankrupt yourself with a broken leg? Just a friendly reminder to pack your insurance cards, folks. All in all, Canada's travel advisory for the US paints a picture of a nation grappling with some serious issues. It's not exactly the most flattering portrait, but hey, sometimes the truth hurts, eh? Next up, we're hopping across the pond to Germany, a country known for its beer, pretzels, and efficiency. Seriously, have you ever seen a German train schedule? It's a thing of beauty. And while Germans are no strangers to a good time, Oktoberfest anyone, they have some reservations about the American way of life. Germany's travel advisory for the US focuses on potential crime, particularly in urban areas. Every major city has its share of crime. Germany's just reminding citizens to be aware of their surroundings. They also advise caution about natural disasters. America's got it all: hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, wildfires. And for those planning a road trip, be cautious of aggressive driving. Germany is not saying don't visit, just be prepared and use your turn signal. United Kingdom. Look, we invented sarcasm. We know a mess when we see one. Ah, the United Kingdom, known for their tea, crumpets, and a dry sense of humor that could curdle milk. They've been keeping a watchful eye on their former colony, and they're not exactly impressed. The UK's travel advisory for the US is a masterpiece of British understatement, pointing out the elephant in the room, or should we say, the bald eagle. They remind travelers to be respectful of local customs, which translates to don't be a jerk. The advisory shines in its subtle digs at American culture. They advise travelers to be aware of the high cost of healthcare, which is British code for don't get sick here. And then there's the bit about tipping. The UK seems endlessly baffled by America's complex tipping culture. The UK's travel advisory is both informative and entertaining, offering cautionary advice with a side of dry wit. Australia. Listen, mates. We fight giant spiders here. America's got its own brand of danger. G'day, mates. Let's head down under to Australia, a land of sunshine, surfing, and creatures that can kill you with a single drop of venom. You'd think Australians, with their laid-back attitude and tolerance for all things deadly, would be unfazed by America's quirks, right? Well, not quite. Australia's travel advisory for the US is surprisingly specific, highlighting certain regions and cities that might require a bit of extra caution. For example, they advise travelers to exercise a high degree of caution in certain areas of major cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, particularly at night. They even go so far as to name specific neighborhoods to avoid, which is both helpful and a little bit alarming. But Australia's concerns aren't limited to big cities. They also advise travelers to be aware of the potential for natural disasters, particularly in coastal areas prone to hurricanes and wildfires. Overall, Australia's travel advisory for the US is a mix of practical advice and gentle warnings, reminding travelers that while America might be the land of opportunity, it's also a land of extremes. Japan. We respectfully request you exercise caution, which we know is different than our usual everything is adorable vibe. And finally, we travel to Japan, a country known for its ancient traditions, cutting-edge technology, and a culture that values politeness and respect above all else. Japan's travel advisory for the US is surprisingly comprehensive, covering everything from petty crime to natural disasters to the importance of having adequate health insurance. They even offer helpful tips on how to avoid common scams and how to stay safe during encounters with law enforcement. It's like a crash course in navigating the complexities of American life, all wrapped up in a neat, polite package. Japan is saying, we understand that you may be drawn to America's unique charms, but please, for the love of all that is good and holy, be careful out there. So, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into how the rest of the world views the good old US of A. It's not always pretty, but it is a good reminder that even the most powerful nation on earth has its share of problems. But hey, let's not end on a downer note. America is still a land of incredible diversity, breathtaking beauty, and endless possibilities. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on global travel advisories and other important topics. Safe travels! Like and subscribe to Budget Ventures.